like a cold drink. We're going live on the line. No time to sit and think. We got the bubble wrap popping, tape gun in hand. The best midday grind in the whole entire land. Yeah, we're listing and we're shipping till the mail truck drops. Welcome to the lunchbox where the grind never stops.
Welcome to the lunchbox where the grind never stops. What a line.
I need to pull my tape gun over here and my bubble wrap over here and make it look like I'm doing something.
Yeah.
You guys bring
it. Need to play like the tape gun guitar or something.
There you
right.
go.
Yes, tape gun guitar. Look, got the,
box cutter.
Cutter, and I got the
marker. The Sharpie drumsticks.
Well, welcome to the Reseller Lunchbox. I'm so glad to have you guys here today. I'm Big City Flips. I resell a little bit of everything, and I'm joined by our co-host, Lori, the Happy Picker. I'm not as good as the Quirky Picker saying, the Queen of the Nolos, Lori, Happy Picker. And Chad, he was just on here a second ago, but I guess he's going to be busy today, and we're gonna miss out. Maybe he might jump in a little bit later.
Yeah, he'll jump in, I think, at some point.
And then we also have Triple R Collections. He is hated by the post office. So.
Oh man!
But I thank you guys for all coming.
Yeah. We're gonna talk about that at some point.
Yep. Hot topic.
Yeah. But how's everybody doing?
Yeah. I'm doing awesome. Yeah.
Good.
I'm doing great.
Yeah.
I've been on a diet for 8 days. I ain't gonna lie to you. I feel a little bit slimmer. Maybe I've lost some pounds.
Are you doing the fasting again? Because I know you did that before.
No, not as much fasting. It's more like dropping the carbs really low. And I've had the keto flu a couple days ago because I've really went drastic from not taking, really no carbohydrates in my body. And It feels like you have the flu and every one of my joints hurt. I mean, it was bad. But, it only lasted for me for 2 days. I mean, I still feel a little down, but yeah. But other than that, I feel great.
Good
deal.
Yeah.
How about you guys?
Doing good. I need to get back to walking regularly and getting my exercise. I mean, there's stairs here to do, but I need to get outside.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've done a little bit.
Well, that exercise you get from moving everything in and out of that new house of yours.
That was a bit, yeah, but I need to keep it going.
Yeah.
And I like to go hiking, so walking.
Yeah, I seen you posted. You found a walking trail here.
I did, through the woods and stuff. So that was cool. And that's then cool. Somebody local saw that I posted that and told me there's another one to the east a ways that I need to go check out. So.
Good. You get to explore.
Yeah.
That's fun.
There you go.
All that new stuff, What you need to do is get one of those metal detectors, and as you go around, carry the metal detector with you, and maybe you could find some cool things in the dirt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like
Porky on vacation.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that.
We'll definitely talk about that too when he gets on here. He can talk all about it. But no, I mean, you kind of need like a place like that to go, like a nice trail or somewhere just kind of get away from reality a little bit. With if you're dealing with a lot of things with reselling or just get away from the work, get stuff off your mind. Like anybody in the chat, like what do you guys do to kind of just step away? Yeah, take a breather from your reselling. Like what do you do in between?
The beach would be great, but I don't have one very close. Kansas kind of, not too close to the beach. In fact, I'm not sure you can get much further away from the beach than I am.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. I know. I think because me, Jay, and Chad, we're probably about 3 hours away from a pretty good beach in Ocean City, Maryland. But still, like, I mean, it's still even the 3 hour drive. I mean, it's doable for a day trip, but it's still a lot. You know, you just go out
Right.
to the beach.
Right.
That
You can't
even
just-
here.
You have to
So.
plan for it. Yeah.
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 Yeah, you know what? I've never been to on the beach in Ocean City.
What?
Nope,
You've never
You've
been there?
on any beach?
never. Well,
You never been?
the only beach I've ever went to was like, well, I mean, I
Like at a
used to go to
state park?
casinos all the time in Jersey. So I mean, they had like a beach walk there. That's the only. I've never really ever been to a beach.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
That's a hard one. Nobody know about that.
No. No. I mean, do you have like you just don't like beaches or?
Well, I've got nothing against beaches. I just haven't ever went.
You know, like
None.
the sand,
I mean,
the water. I don't know.
man, I mean, yeah, I have nothing against it. I just,
Yeah.
you know, one day I'll go. You know, maybe I'll put that on my bucket list.
Well, yeah.
So
Yeah.
Winter Antique says, I take a little trip to 170 acres of land that is all nature, sit by a creek, land. It's private, so never anyone out there. That
Oh,
would
that's
be nice. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's great to have something like that.
That's seclusion.
Yep.
Life is a beach.
Mo said she loves the beach. Upstate Picker said, "Glad to see you're not in jail, Ray." Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. We'll see what happens.
Do not say yes. Oh man. Well, I mean, what? I haven't even. I don't know. I don't even know if the show would go on. We just probably, if I was in jail, we wouldn't have had an episode.
It's true. That's true.
Well, I'd find a guard to sneak in a phone. He'd be live from prison, buddy.
Now that might be some good content right there.
That'd be really good content.
I should have just changed my background to
Jail
to like
bars.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
if you were in jail, what would you resell? What would you be reselling in jail? That's a question, guys. If you go to jail, what would you be good at reselling in prison?
Is that even allowed?
Well, yeah. I mean, you
they
got
do
commissary, so you're
trading.
commissary. You never know if you're going to bring in cigarettes or, other things that, other people might want. And I would sell food. I'd have me a kitchen pantry there and make food. Some people pay prisoners to make them food.
Huh.
Yeah.
Oh man, I've seen enough of those cooking prison videos to know that food does not look great.
You can only work with what you got, right? It's
Like they're like crushing up like Cheetos or like cheese curls and stuff like that to make like bread. Like they'll use that they'll add water and then
Wow.
no.
Well, you'd starve, right? Ray come out skinny as a beanpole.
Hey, that might be the diet I need.
I had a friend who went to jail one time for 6 months, and he weighed probably 320 going in, and in 6 months he was about 180 pounds coming out.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Wow.
Dang, that's significant.
yeah, they probably took his
Very
lunch.
significant.
So let's see.
I don't want to go on that kind of diet, so no. Thank you.
Yeah. Den Decor Depot. Matt said, "My wife and my mother-in-law go to Bike Week OC every year." And he said, "My break is I'm chaperoning my son's scout troop to camp in the Poconos next week." Okay, that's
be
pretty
fun.
neat. I mean, yeah, get away in forest and camp. Just be with nature, quiet. Well, maybe not quiet if you're with
Awesome.
a bunch of kids, but I'm sure it's still a nice break. And then Josh, Winter Antique said, "Big city making prison burritos, $8."
Yeah.
And then ABC Matt, "If I was in prison, I would have things in my prison wallet, aka my butt. I will put things away to sell." Oh man,
I
that's
love
good.
it.
Yeah. Oh, and then I missed the one he said. He said if I was if I was in jail, then the channel will turn into Reseller Tap Score instead of the Lunchbox.
Yeah.
Oh, we haven't talked about the tap score lately.
Yeah, but you know what I say? The Upstate Picker, he was talking about. He's been buying all the fruits and vegetables. He says so he can find to get on the new parasite diet.
Yeah.
Did you see those parasites in that fruit and vegetables? I'm a little worried about that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Try to eat healthy and.
Trying to eat healthy, and next thing you know, you get explosive diarrhea. It's like,
Yeah.
I've been growing a lot of my own veggies in my garden, so hopefully I don't have too many issues like that. But
well, they don't know where the parasite comes from, so
yeah,
you're probably lucky.
Yeah.
I bought some corn from a roadside stand the other day. You think that's safe?
Well, they said if you cook it
long enough,
you don't have to worry about it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay. Yeah, actually, I did buy some corn the other day too. So, I mean, it's cooked. So yeah.
Yeah. At most, stay away from the salads.
Right.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
That was a big thing. Yeah, I did see that on Facebook. But how's everybody's sales going?
I was just looking at my sales for this week so far, just since Sunday. I've had 2 from eBay. 2. That's terrible.
Yeah, that's
Terrible.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happened to eBay. But
yeah. But your other platforms are okay? Or
yeah, I mean, selling. I had a Mercari sale even, just one, but I did have a Mercari sale, and Etsy and Facebook Marketplace. That's where the sales are coming from.
Okay.
So.
Oh, what about you, Jay?
Sales ain't been too bad. I mean, for all I've only do eBay anyway, but throughout there it's been pretty decent. I mean, I can't complain. I mean, I see sometimes days there's a little bit of slowdown, but some days are really good. So,
So do you guys? I've heard. I think it was. I don't know. It was a reseller that said that you should expect to sell between 0.5% to 1% of your listed inventory every day. So if you have 100 items listed, that's 1% would be 1. So you should expect to have a round or up to 1 item sell every day for every 100 items you have listed. Do you think that's reasonable? You think does that work for you guys?
Well, I mean, sometimes on one store we can do 2% a day. Sometimes on average.
That's great.
But one store I don't, maybe but 0.5% or less.
What's the difference? What's the 2 things you're selling on those stores?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Well, my one store I sell only like video games and like toys and more like pop culture stuff than anything else.
Is that the one that does better?
That's the one that does less.
Okay.
But then I open another one that I do cards and other little things on it that does lower items. That does less than that. And then we have one that kind of sells that. Well, we have one my brother and I do together from our one business, but that has all different types of different things in it. That does the best. That most times we do like 2%. Sometimes 2% a day on it.
Yeah.
Sometimes 1%. I think, and I've heard that statistic also.
Have you heard it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think that works well for me. I mean,
yeah, because if you had 80, what do you got? 8,000 things?
More than that. What are you talking about?
Well, you got 10,000. You should sell 100 a day.
I have 12,842 now.
Wow.
So you should be selling 60 to 120 a day.
Yeah.
You're not selling that many?
No.
See, I don't think that works for like some of those things. Like, I don't think clothing sellers hit that necessarily either. I know some people that have got ginormous clothing closets.
I mean, at the end of the day, it comes down to what you have in your store, and I think that's what it's always going to be. I mean, I know because a lot of my store is probably, I know it's more than half of my store is cards now. and they're not always high in demand, high searched. Like some of those cards aren't always high searched, but that's why. Like I'm not gonna sell, I'm not gonna have that type of sell through rate. But I mean, if you're selling stuff that people need, people want, like it's especially things that people need. I think that's the biggest thing. I want to try to get back to that and sell more of stuff that people need, because if people need it, they're gonna buy it. They have to get it somehow,
regardless of the economy.
It's in demand. Yeah,
right.
But it's just difficult to find some of that stuff, I think.
Now, talking about the sales, you gave me a sale. Thank you.
Oh, there we go.
All right, well, I'll take the next one, please.
Yeah. Let me see.
I don't think, I was just scrolling through to see what my sales for this last week are or have been, and there's not really very many things that are needs. There's a coffee pot, but it's a vintage coffee pot. I mean,
yeah, and that goes down because if it's not a coffee pot that a majority that people are using now, you know what I mean? So that
then it
demand
goes back
goes
to
down.
being a collectible.
Yeah, but real quick, I'm going to give Jay a cha-ching
Woohoo!
for that sale. But yeah, I mean, that's the thing too. I mean, just because, I mean, it makes it being older probably makes it more valuable, right?
Right.
But it being older also makes it less desirable in some ways. So it's,
as far as people that are just looking for coffee makers in general.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. No, most of my stuff's been decor and collectible type stuff that's been selling. So
here's Chad. He's back.
Chad's popping in. He's only
Hola.
17 minutes late.
He's still got his sunshades on from the beach.
Yeah, that's right. And
I got a lot of
some
sun.
color.
Yeah. I've been listening to the show. It's so much better when I'm not on there. You guys are so good.
All right, see you then.
Anytime you want your ratings to go up, just kick me off. So.
All right, you gave me permission. I'm gonna hit the button.
Yeah. Well, you're the CEO and the founder.
I'm not that mean.
Yeah.
I don't refuse.
No, I heard.
Like my post office.
Hold on now. Hey, we're talking about who comes the founder? I thought we started this.
Yeah. I'm not really the founder either.
Hold on.
We've never discussed it, but I just go with it.
Yeah. I know. Maybe Jay thought of this.
Well,
Right?
Who thought of the name?
No, you came up with the name. We talked about we were going to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You came up with the name. I was like, oh, the idea's good. I mean, like, we do a working thing, and then we were working for a minute, and then we not worked at all. And then I decided to work, and then I don't know.
Yeah, we talked about that in the chat and in our group chat. And so guys, like we will be getting back to more of I think a working podcast soon. We've really kind of gone off the rails with that. We're not even I haven't gotten any work done in weeks on here. It's not very productive.
The only thing I think about when you talk about work, it's like, man, how do you focus? So the human brain can't do both two things at 100% capacity at the same time. It's just not possible.
Right.
So what your brain's going to lean on one more than the other. So which side do we lean on? The work or the...
Yeah, see, I'm afraid if I try doing my listings while we're doing this, I'm going to have mistakes and issues and
that can happen.
Whatever.
And it's only 2 hours, And I think you know what, we can ask the chat. Chat, would you like to see us all work while we're doing this thing? Or would you like to see us pay attention to while we're doing it? Let's run.
I don't know. Look, if we're not making any money, we can't be doing this anymore. So I think that's the part of it. Like if we're not being productive and selling things.
Yeah.
So
we'll have to make money doing the podcast, and that's not gonna
Chad,
happen.
you got it easy. You
anytime
sit in the van just driving around. Like you You know,
Corky's the
you
only
just
one
have to
that's
worry
making money
about.
by the hour right now. You know?
Yeah,
I am working right now.
yeah,
So.
yeah. But
No, I mean, I had in the intro that I was going to say, had I been here, I was going to talk about how we're going to get back to it. The roots of the show is more of a whelp, a working eBay live podcast.
Yep.
And we kind of decided we're going to do maybe the first half of the show, the first 45 minutes will be more of like us sitting down podcast style. Like we're eating our lunch, right? It's lunchtime. We're going to sit down. We're going to talk over lunch. And then the bell's going to ring and we're going to get back to work.
Mhm.
So probably the second half of the show will be us working and talking. And the first half will be us like eating lunch, talking.
Yeah.
So,
And
well,
that's with the exception because we said because next week, and I still gotta talk to him, but next week we're gonna have special guests. Was it Primo? James. See, now I'm messing up names. But yes, he will be joining us, hanging out. And I don't know the time frame. He said he can't do noon, so we got to figure that out a little bit. I don't know. He said that on his show yesterday, but we'll figure it out. Even if he joins us from like 1 to 2 or something, you know what I mean? But yeah, but excited that
I didn't hear that.
You didn't hear?
I didn't catch that yet. I was at the beach. Yesterday.
Oh yeah.
So
how was
we were leaving
beach?
the beach yesterday.
How was it?
The beach was great if I didn't have my 5-year-old. That would have been exceptional, but he's needy and it's almost like the minute you sit down and think you're going to relax for 5 minutes, it ain't happening. So he keeps me way busier than I'd like. But no, he's fine. He's a good kid. But he's just ADHD and yeah.
I heard you're thinking about
It's rough, but
career at the beach.
Well, I
Changing
have a
career?
metal detector that I take to the beach. Yeah, and in the past, I usually get up before the sun rises and I go metal detecting, and I usually hit the beach, the sand. But I learned that that's not the proper way to metal detect the beach. And I talked to 2 different guys that metal detect, and I learned that you wait till low tide, and then you're going down and metal detecting on the water line. Now, on day 1, I talked to a guy, and he said, I've been up about 30 found, and he said, I'll show you what I found. He had 2 gold rings, and these weren't like cheap gold rings. These were men's thick gold rings. And then he had 2 silver rings. He said, I found these in the first half hour. And I said, you always find rings? And he said, every day I find gold. Every day I find rings and I find gold every day. And I'm like, as resellers, you know, that's like our perfect scenario is we go to a yard sale and we find gold. Like I bought a jewelry box about a month ago that I just kind of was fishing through it. And I'm like, I think maybe there's some gold in here or some silver, but I don't want to like sit here and just like, you know, get a loop out and like examine it all in front of the people. I just said, would you be willing to sell this whole jewelry box? And the lady's like, yeah, I do not want to take it home. And it was full. And I'm like, well, what do you have? What do you want for it? She's like, well, what do you want to offer me? And I said, I don't know. Cause I wanted to make her make the offer. And she's like, well, how about $20? And I said, that sounds good. And I found a 10K white gold ring, but it had the initials, like I think PE or something after the 10K, which when I was looking it up, it said something like it just means it's coded 10K, but not solid 10K.
Electroplated, yeah.
Electroplate.
Yep. And so they're not worth that much. But there's still stuff I haven't even went through yet. My goal was every night I was going to pull 1 piece of jewelry out of it and list it, or research it and list it. Because I don't really like doing jewelry very much. And I don't know all, you know, I might lose money or I might be asking way more than something's worth just because it's not really my expertise. But I would, for retirement, these guys, and then I talked to a guy the second day and he had already found gold. And then while I'm standing there, he found a gold bracelet right in front of me. And the day before, the guy found the 1 gold ring right in front of me. And I'm like, all I had to do was bring my metal detector down here and I would have found it. And it would have paid for my whole vacation.
Wow.
I found some gold this week.
Oh yeah, let's hear
Yeah,
it.
you want to see? Let's see if I can show you. Nobody's gonna be able to see it probably. It's a little
Okay.
teeny
Wow.
tiny broken piece of gold that was like in one of these drawers here.
Wow.
So it's broken and it weighs like a quarter of a gram,
Mm.
but it's gold. It's probably worth about 12
How,
bucks.
no,
Hey.
really?
I don't think,
Is there a marking on it?
yeah, it's 10K, 10 carat.
10K. Okay.
So luckily it had the part that was marked still attached to it.
Hmm.
I'm not going to retire or anything, but I did find gold this week.
Yeah. Well, both these guys on the beach told me that they're retired, and I said, who do you sell your gold to? And they both said, we don't. This is our retirement. We're keeping all of our gold, and we'll just sell it little by little when we need the money. Because I guess, can you do that and not have to claim it as income? Like when you're on Social Security, like you're on a limited income. But if you take something to a pawn shop, is that now considered like income or not really? Is that all off the table?
I don't know.
I asked the pawn
Technically,
shop people that, and they told me no, they don't. But I don't know about that because if you're selling, say if I sell $5,000 worth of gold to you, they're gonna have to claim that they gave $5,000 out to somebody.
Yeah.
I think technically
You're going to have to do it real slow.
Yeah.
But is it really income if you already own the ring, let's say? If you're selling something you own, why should that be income?
Well, why do they limit garage sales?
Yeah, but the thing is, it's
You don't have to
still
claim your
profit.
income in the
Taxes
garage
off
sale.
that money.
It's
If
still
you make
profit
over a
because
certain point.
you're making money on it. You're making a profit.
Yeah.
Right.
What if you paid $10,000 for a ring and you sold it for $10,000? How much money did you make?
Well, that's a different case. I don't think, because if it's a personal item, from my understanding, like if it was a,
If it's
well,
a personal
paid-
item, you don't have to
Well,
pay taxes on it.
Yeah.
But
Well,
if the government comes after you, you have to be able to make sure that you show proof that you owned it and what you paid for it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
well, that'd be hard to prove.
Certainly would.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially if you found
My
it on the
grandfather gave me this gold. Right. My grandfather gave me this gold ring, and now I just want to sell it.
Mm.
Well, then
I
you
don't
got to
know.
pay gains.
It seems kind of.
There's gains on everything you do.
Well, I'm not going to. I'm not gonna.
Right.
I don't have any, but if I did, I wouldn't do it. I'd figure out a way to circumvent this
I need to put
legally,
in the,
kind of illegally.
I need to put in a disclaimer.
Illegal?
We're not tax professionals.
No, no. Do not take advice from us.
Yeah.
Do not pay taxes, and then I will not give you any advice.
Seek your local tax professional. But I'll just tell you right now, if you owe, you make money, you owe taxes. Point
Right.
blank.
Mm-hmm.
ABC Matt said at a certain point, dealers need to sign a 1099B form. Yep, they certainly do.
Yeah.
Yeah. ABC Matt.
What's
says
the point,
capital
Matt?
gains
I mean,
tax-
what's the amount?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's the amount that they have to sign?
I'm going to sell it to.
I don't know.
I'll sell it to a guy on the street for cash.
Yeah, that's the best thing to do. That's
just
why
set
they
up
swing
it
market
on-
so much.
Because if
That's
you're
it.
retired,
Again,
Right.
don't take advice from us about.
Oh,
You sell your silver and keep it. ABC Matt said he sells the silver and keeps. the
I'm
gold.
just giving you ideas.
yeah.
Okay.
We had been buying gold and silver years ago to just kind of as an investment, and we've sold most of it off recently because gold had gone up so much.
Mhm. Yeah, you might as well at that point. When
Yeah.
anything's
I'm going to go
hot
dark
like
here for a
that,
second.
you have to take advantage of the market.
Because you
I mean-
can't count on it continuing to go up. You just don't know. And so,
Yeah. I mean, I think when things are up, like, I mean, a lot of times they're going to go back down, at some
Right.
point.
Ebb
So
and flow.
you have to sell what you can while it's trendy, while it's hot, you don't want to be stuck with it later on and get less.
Yeah, it matters
you
how
won't
much
take
you
that
pay for it
chance.
too. That's like,
Yeah.
I remember when silver was $3, $1.50.
Mm-hmm.
Then it wound up it topped out at like 119 or something, and now it's at probably mid-60s. So
Is that per ounce? I don't even.
yeah,
That's an ounce. I don't even know what the prices are.
I don't know. I don't deal with any gold or silver. I never have. I don't really have like really any knowledge. I've never really even sought after it. I've never worn any gold or silver. No jewelry, nothing like that. Never. So I just never have had any interest in it. But I probably should, obviously.
so much money in it. You go to a yard sale and they got jewelry laying around. I mean, you might be able to pick pieces up to like $2 and $3, and it's worth $300-$400.
Yeah.
I sold a ring recently that I got for free. And the thing is, every time I list gold, every single time I list gold, it sells within usually an hour.
Yeah,
of listing.
absolutely.
Sometimes it sells immediately, like within 60 seconds.
Wow.
I hold all my gold. I keep all my gold, and I haven't sold it yet. I was gonna sell it at one point when that's like 5,500, but I didn't. But I kind of sell my silver. I got like this is a 4-ounce piece of silver sitting right here. 4
Wow.
ounces of silver. It's just in one spot.
Silver? It looked gold when you showed it.
No, it's silver.
Okay, maybe it's just the lighting.
No. Hey, that was probably from the lighting and way it bounced around.
I was like, that doesn't look silver to me. Now it's confusing.
See it mark. I don't know if you can see the mark on
Can't
it.
see the marking. No.
No.
Okay.
All right.
Does it say sterling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's what's the mark? Is that? Hold on. Sterling silver. And little pieces like this. I've got a whole little.
Jeez.
We just talked about metals. It's cool little pieces.
Yeah.
Here's a piece of gold. But it's just a pendant. It's really small.
It's still worth good money.
Yeah. But don't
No.
learn what you can about just the gold part then if you don't really want to get interested in it. Because you could pick up pieces, dude, like I said, $3, $4, $5, and just you can make a killing off it real quick.
Oh yeah. The free sale I went to the other day. I walk in and in one of the bedrooms there was a dresser with like the whole top of the dresser had like a bunch of jewelry, and I just kind of bypassed it. Everything was free. I could have just put it in all and cleared the whole thing off, put it all in one bag and went through it later.
That's what I would have been doing.
Yeah. No, instead I went where everybody else wasn't going. And I went upstairs in like it's like one of those attic type of bedrooms. So it was so hot up there. There was no airflow, no AC. That's where I went. Just sweaty.
You like to work hard for your money.
Yeah.
Work hard for your money.
Now, this sale though, this free sale I went to,
Can you
they
call
had
it a sale if it's not a sale? Anyway.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, true.
Go ahead.
It's weird because they had an estate sale I think over the weekend, but they didn't sell like really anything apparently. So they ended up just posting everything for free. Come get it. It was a little irritating because we got there. Me and my wife, we got there. It said 4:00, and we're there like maybe 15 minutes beforehand, and we're sitting in the truck, and I just see somebody come out and they're filling their vehicle. And I'm like, it's not till 4. There wasn't even a line or anything. And I'm like, well, I guess it's time to go. So we go in. We're probably at that point, we're probably maybe 4th or 5th person in there, But But yeah, it was what made me want to go to the sale. They had a bunch of vintage like baby clothes. you could just tell. I mean, everything. This whole house was like a time capsule. Everything there was at least from like the 70s or 80s, maybe in some 90s stuff.
Oh,
But I mean, there
track.
wasn't like anything modern. Nothing modern. It was crazy.
And how many times did you go back to get stuff?
so are you?
Like 4
Yeah.
times.
Wow.
I walked around that house 4 times.
Are you into vintage baby? You like vintage baby clothes?
Well, the thing is, so I
When they're free.
yeah, when they're free,
Yeah.
you know, and I just keep seeing a lot of stuff with the trend on that. Like, there's a big trend in baby clothes. I wouldn't have touched them. I would never have picked up or bought baby clothes probably 3 or 4 years ago. But now I'm seeing this trend where, like, some of this stuff is going for hundreds of dollars.
Yep.
You know, but
Yep.
but anyway, so yeah, I went upstairs. They had there was a U-Haul box, and I mean, I just seen a couple baby clothes sitting on top of the box, and I started digging a little bit. I'm like, okay, I see a couple more. And then there's a couple baby blankets like right behind me. I grabbed them too, and I just put everything in the U-Haul. Like, I push it down in the U-Haul box, close it, pick it up, and I head downstairs. And some woman was like, is there any more baby clothes up there? Like, I'm like, there might be. I don't know. I didn't even go really.
Yeah, go check.
That's the only spot.
You
I
want to
went up there
divert
was
her.
the box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's more up there somewhere.
Yeah.
And then you quickly check out.
There was.
Run it to your car. Oh.
Yeah. There was a couple more pieces because I did get one later. But I don't know. I mean, they might have grabbed more too.
Did you look at the floor plans of the house and scout your route out? And so you knew exactly what room to go into?
No.
Yeah. Does anybody do
actually,
that
I didn't.
on watches here?
I just am not that serious about
Maybe
it. I
Matt
figure
does.
Yeah.
I'll find what I find.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I went to an
like
estate
ABC
last.
Net.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Last Thursday after the show, I didn't say I was going to do this, but I had to go to an estate sale. I actually forgot about it the whole time we were talking on the show. And then afterwards, I looked over at my piece of paper and it says, don't forget to go to the estate sale. And I'm like, oh, I was supposed to be there like at 2:30. I didn't get there till 5. So knowing, and it was over at 6. So it was 2 to 6 on a Thursday. I got there at 5. It was an online estate sale and I won about 5 different pieces of electronics. And I paid $100 for the 5. I figured the 5 of them are worth at least $1,500. The pieces I bought, they were high-end electronics. Uh-oh, says my phone's overheating. Don't worry about that later. So they had like a pile of, it's called, it's like a garage sale of anything that didn't sell on the estate sale or they didn't list it for whatever reason. They just pile it up in the living room and you can just kind of pick through it. So I'm picking through it and I find a box and I open it up and there's like a mini disc, Sony mini disc player in there. And it says $50 firm on it. And I'm like, I looked it up real quick. Sells for $350, $375, $375 plus shipping is what it sells for. And there's only one listed. So I'm like, okay, well, and there's like 5 sold. No brainer there. I'm going to make $375 on that. I paid full price. And then there was another DVD. It was a Blu-ray, not a combo unit, but a Blu-ray player, and they wanted $35 for that. I just paid the price. I didn't even try to negotiate. And I think because I didn't negotiate the prices on those 2 items, the Blu-ray player is going to sell for over $100. There was a box of record player.
Uh-oh.
His phone
We
blew up.
lost him. I just heard a box of record
It was
player.
overheating. It probably just
His phone definitely overheated.
so
Phone
much for
overheated.
that.
That's what happened.
That's right.
He's just here, just frozen.
He's with us in spirit.
He'll
I wish you could
reconnect.
put like was with us this and this, like a memorial thing.
Overheated.
He overheated.
Man.
Well, anyway, he was
Oh,
talking about floor plans. ABC Matt says he scouts on estate sales.
wait,
He does a floor plan for the house.
here, since Chad's overheated, I got to do the oven timer.
You're
It's
done.
done.
Done. He
Yep,
is
see?
done.
Oh, man. But yeah, I can't believe like what ABC Matt does with his estate sale research. And did you see the I don't know if you had seen his one? I think it's his most recent video, and he was racing to something, but some other guy was, I think, near him in line, like maybe in front or behind him, and Matt could have gotten there, but he he didn't want to deal with the confrontation or trying to hurry up, and this guy wanted the same thing he wanted. Have you guys ever had to deal with anything like that where somebody else you're in line with wants the exact same thing that you're after? Like, how do you deal with that?
I always make sure I'm there first. If I want something, if I see something that I want, I have to make sure I'm there first.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's a lot of these places, like first come, first serve. I have to be there first, and that's the only way that I can assure the fact that I'm going to get what I want.
Yeah. Is he back? There he is.
I don't see him.
I'm headed.
I hear him.
I'm headed to. Okay, good.
Yeah.
I'm headed
You're
to
not-
my warehouse. Once I'm in my warehouse, I'll be fine.
Yeah. So you're on my phone, but you're not.
You're not showing up.
Oh.
I see you.
Nobody can see me.
I can see you. I can.
I,
That's
Lori, you're using your laptop, right?
I'm using my desktop.
Or
No.
what? Yeah. Because I can't see him in the producer mode at all. Chad, just leave and come
Well,
back.
I haven't. Can you hear me though?
Barely. You're going in and out.
Oh well.
Leave and come back.
Lancaster County. There's lots of valleys.
Yeah, but you're not
Trees.
even in producer mode. That's what I'm
He's out now.
saying.
It's not. He's not showing up on YouTube either. So.
Yeah, he's not showing up on YouTube. Yeah.
I don't know, Ray. I think it's about time we addressed the elephant in the room.
Yeah, I wanted Chad to be here for this because he was gonna
I know.
interview me, or I don't know, ask me. I guess the tough
Okay,
question.
well, if you want to put it off till Chad gets back,
Yeah, just a little bit.
we can do that.
What tough questions are there?
I don't know. He sounded like he had some tough questions for me, so I don't know.
We could talk about. We opened our store on Saturday when the car show was in town.
Oh yeah,
How did
yeah.
it go?
How was that?
It was good. We had lots of people coming in for about the 6 hours that the car show was going on, and there were I think I heard between 120 to 140 cars or something like that in the car show, which is pretty good. And so people were kind of streaming in. We sold stuff. I wouldn't say it was, huge sales. Like it was $150 for the day. So not huge, but we were making connections. And in fact, one connection we made with a lady who wanted us to come. She wanted to do some downsizing. She wanted us to come see what she had that she wants to get rid of. So those kinds of connections are great to make.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was good.
Was there any
Okay.
certain type of things that you sold over the other?
Everything, almost every single thing that would be automotive related sold that day that I had for sale. So, which makes sense, car show.
Yes.
We had an ignition parts cabinet, vintage, that sold, Ford hubcaps that sold, some other advertising pieces that sold.
That's
But
cool.
yeah, So,
Awesome.
yeah.
That's cool. How often is that car show? Did you find out?
Just once a year, and this was only the second year they've done it. So I assume because it was a success that they'll keep doing it. So,
Yeah, definitely keep an eye out for that. Maybe stock up on some of that
right.
type of stuff just for
That
that.
weekend. Yeah.
Yep.
So now that you opened, are you staying open?
Um, no, well, yes and no. I haven't really put it out. I haven't made a Facebook page for the store yet, and I haven't like revealed the name of the store or anything yet because we're not set up the way we want to be set up.
Okay.
So like sometimes that I've been in here working, I'll go ahead and flip my open sign on because I'm here working anyway, and I've had a couple people stop in just to meet me, but they didn't buy anything.
Yep.
But this weekend, we're going to try to work on getting things set up more
Nice.
so that we can
Yeah.
attract some more people in.
That's cool. That's
Are you advertising? Sorry, are you advertising that you're buying? You want to buy certain things?
We got Cyborg Chad now. You're
Oh,
cutting
How
out.
about
yeah. This
Still,
He said, "Are you advertising
Okay.
that you want to buy things?"
no, I'm not advertising yet, but I will. I will. I've had people ask me, and I've said yes, of course, we're always buying. So, and like we went over to the one lady's house this week, and then I had somebody else reach out to me that we've been playing phone tag, trying to set up a time to talk about what she has that she wants to get rid of. So, yeah, I think that just having this space and being here will make finding stuff a little easier in some ways.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I mean I know Craigslist Hunter has that advantage with people be able to walk into his store wanting to sell stuff even. That could
who's that?
be Craigslist Hunter.
Oh, yeah.
He has that advantage of people being able to just walk in his store and them selling him stuff. Jay has that advantage too. Like I think it's great to have that. Like people know that Jay buys stuff, so
Yeah.
they just once they know that you have that. Just because you're there at all the more you're there, you're gonna set up like I guess like almost like a reminder or like a notice to the people that hey you can buy stuff here and I'll also buy your stuff. So
Right.
it's gonna really I think that's gonna really help you. I'm excited to see what that brings you.
Yeah. I did actually have somebody yesterday too that is local and sent me a message and asked if I had any doilies. And I'm like, I've got a ton of doilies. So she came over specifically to see what I had and bought $40 worth of doilies from me.
Nice.
So,
That's awesome.
yeah.
Let me ask you a question, Lori. So when people come to you and say, "Listen, I have stuff to sell," or anybody here, how do you go about buying their deal? Do you do it on a percentage basis, or do you do it on like how low I can really get from these guys, or do you try to take care of them a little bit? They come back to you. How do you go about thinking how much do I pay for a deal?
That's a great question, Jay, and that's one I've actually been struggling with as we do this, especially for the connections that we're making in this community where we want to have a good name for ourselves and respect the people and their stuff and treat them fairly, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's also hard to look at a large lot of items and figure out what that value is without you can't take the time to look up each thing individually. So how do you determine that price? And that's tough to me.
That is a difficult,
Yeah.
especially when there's the people that are in your area. Those are the community that you're going to be dealing with. You
Right.
have to take care of them, and that you have
Right.
let them walk away feeling like they won all the time,
Yeah.
really. Because if
Yeah.
not, they're going to feel like and then that word of mouth is the worst for you. Because
Yeah, so this lady's house we went to the other day, we kind of did that. We kind of just gathered everything that we'd be interested into one space and kind of I gave her a ballpark number, and she was kind of wavering. And I'm like, look, if you're not comfortable with that, that's okay. You need to say that. And if you need time to, sleep on it and think about it, if you want to counter, that's fine. We don't have to take this today. We don't have to decide right now. And so she said, let me think about it for a few days.
Yeah.
So I haven't heard back from her yet, but I wanted her to be comfortable, and I told her that. I said, I want you to be comfortable with whatever number we decide on.
Yeah, I think the best way to go about maybe in your is to preface that I want you more as being in the community and as a person that I can do business with in the future than if anything that I offer you it can draw any kind of hardship. Because this is what I can offer and this is what it means to me. But if you don't feel comfortable with it, we're better off just being able to do business later on in the future.
Right.
So yeah, it's kind of difficult.
Yeah. It was cool though. I mean, I don't know. And in the end, I'm happy that you have these opportunities like that now.
Well, that's, one of the things about sharing what you do with people, when people know what you do. In fact, while we were open on Saturday during the car show, one of my friends, longtime friends, I don't get to see her a lot, but she has a sister that lives up near here. So she came up to see her sister. They both came over to see us, and she brought stuff like vintage lamps that were made by like her dad or her granddad back in like the 40s. She didn't want them. She didn't want to just give them away to like Goodwill, so she gave them to us.
Wow.
That's
cool.
Awesome.
Nobody in her family wanted them, so.
Yeah, and that's great that she knew she could trust you to find the perfect home.
Somebody that'll appreciate them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I mean, that's one of the best things about what we do. I think a lot of people, a lot of resellers get away from that a little bit. I know it's a lot of it. It's about how much money we make, being profitable, making a living doing this. But it's one of those things about when you get something that you can, that you can rehome and it's going to go somewhere that somebody's truly going to appreciate it. And, I love that.
I love it when I get feedback from people online that share photos of where they've put their new item or whatever in their home.
Yep.
And yeah.
Yeah. I had a feedback on eBay recently. It was like I'm trying to think. It was a global order, and I couldn't even understand too much of the translation of what language it was. But I seen something like maybe thank you, or what might translate to thank you, or something like that, or perfect. I think perfect was something. I don't know what language it was, but it was a Batman plush toy, and he just has a picture of holding it in his like special like man cave room or something like that. I think so. That was cool.
Cool.
Yep. But all right.
So are we getting Chad back or not today?
I don't know.
Has he messaged you? No.
No. So I don't know. I might have to get to what everybody wants to hear. Sorry, it's without chat. So
It's been a week for you.
Yeah, it's been a really rough week. It's I don't know if I've had a more frustrating week since I've been reselling. In the job itself of reselling. I've lost packages. I've been suspended from platforms and that kind of stuff. I don't think any of that even reaches this issue. It's not even near as bad. But yeah. So I'm gonna just start kind of fresh with what happened, and for anybody, especially that may have not have tuned in last week or seen any of the videos. So what it was 1 week prior to July 7th. I had going to my post office, and I think I might be getting confused. It's either 9 or 13 packages I had, but either way, she told me if I had more than 7, my post office clerk at the counter said if I had more than 7 that, and I didn't have a scan form, that she can't scan them. Okay. So we know that.
We talked about that last week. Yeah.
Yeah. Then.
But she did you a favor that day.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So that was the thing too. So she still did that. She still scanned them in, and that's great. I appreciate her doing that, even though there's some rule all of a sudden made up. So, but that put in my mind that next time I went there I was going to have an issue if I had more than 7. So the following time I went there with more than 7, which was July 7th, Tuesday, July 7th. Like I said, it was either 9 or 13, one of the two. But either way, I still had more than 7. I get up there, and this is also after. And Jay, I'm not throwing you under bus. You were just ahead of me. You're just one of the many customers I've seen not get asked about a scan form when they have a bunch of packages. So she didn't bother asking Jay. She didn't bother asking other customers that I've seen. I mean, I've been in there plenty of times. I don't see her ask customers for scan forms. I don't know why it's always me, but that's just how it's been, and that's part of this issue. But we get up there. She instantly asked me for a scan form, and I apologized. Said I'm sorry, I don't have one. And she just kind of like, her whole demeanor, like it's like rolling her eyes. She's just, you can tell she's frustrated and disappointed that I don't have it. Like, you know what I mean? And it can be like that even if I walk up and I don't have a scan form sometimes. Like, this is how this post office is. I've always been, I guess, worried about just bringing any packages there, because I just feel like the frustration, and it doesn't make sense. I don't know why, but it's like that.
They don't like to have to work hard, I guess. I mean,
yeah, like Jay, I don't know if you ever feel like that at all. Like anybody up there.
Well, yeah, that's why I went to a different post office yesterday. I mean, just because. So the lady that helped Ray out and helped me out, she doesn't mind me. She kind of likes me and she helps me out. Don't know why. I have no clue.
You're sweet talker, I tell you.
Well, I do sweet talk. I mean, I have to,
Are you slipping her candy?
No, but I hit her off with a $20 bill at the end of the year.
Oh.
Which is good. I mean, I do. I mean, and not only that, it's like you have to gain influence to win friends. You really do. And that's how I like to look at things, especially when I'm dealing with people who is she's regardless an integral part of my business, because I'm with her every day. But she does have the worst attitude, and she does treat people like crap and garbage. Yeah. And just because she treats me good one day, I'm still worried about she might not treat me good the next day.
Exactly, and
happen. I mean,
exactly. Like, I've observed this long enough with her up there that anybody that's had an issue, like maybe they're upset that they had their mail lost, her whole demeanor, and she kind of she gets really loud and disrespectful to customers, just rude. And I have had issues in the past too that wasn't just this, but I just didn't pursue anything after it. But I've had an issue where I had a package that this sounds crazy, but it was 1 inch. If it was 1 inch longer in any direction, it was going to be $100 more of a charge. And I was worried because that's a big difference. I know it's just 1 inch, but I wanted her to confirm that I measured correctly. I felt like I was in USPS policy. I'm not going to get a $100 charge back later, or $100 charge, whatever. And when I asked her, she just had a whole attitude about it. I'm just trying to make sure, you know, you're not. I'm thinking like she's not the one that's going to get charged $100. You know what I
Right.
mean? But as a customer, you would think you want to help your customer feel satisfied and confident in the product that they're purchasing, right? Like,
Yeah. Whatever happened to customer service?
That
yeah,
went down the
It's-
drain. But I'll tell you what, I'm just going to read one thing. ABC Matt, he's giving you an idea. Give her a signed Maria Sharapova book as a gift. Her mood will change.
all right, here we
Uh,
go. I actually sold a Maria Sharapova card today, a rookie card, I think. So it's just,
Yeah,
a
I
little,
don't know.
a
I
little
just had to say that
bribery.
because,
A little bribery.
a
yeah.
little bribery, you know.
But anyway, to get back on track a little bit.
That's funny. Yeah, Sarah says, I think you should say you're scared of her. File a restraining order and get her fired.
Yeah.
Well, she
I
is kind of
should.
scary from what I heard.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, she's scary. And Ray, I'm sorry we cut you off there. But yeah, it's kind of scary.
Yeah.
Especially when you're dealing with your packages, you know, that's
Mhm.
something that,
Oh yeah.
It's our business. It's our livelihood, and
Yep.
it's the service that they provide, and we should be able to count on them to provide that service. I mean,
Yeah. So like that was the big thing too. In that video, she's like, "I'm just trying to do my job," and I'm trying to do my job too. Like I don't understand that she can't see that. And my job, you know, everybody, you know, I'm sure in the chat, all the, you know, everybody in this community, this reselling community knows that, you know, our business that we get helps USPS so much. I mean, it's incredibly, like we're the ones, we can probably pay, each one of us probably pays for like a USPS worker's salary almost, you know what I mean? But for her to
facts,
not
yeah.
completely understand how much that can affect her pay or her wage, her having that job that she's, you know, that she has. But, and, you know, I know it was frustrating. I stayed calm. I tried to talk to her. I tried to reason with her. She wanted nothing to do with it. And then we were just trying to leave in a way like she was kind of delaying even giving a receipt. That's one thing the video doesn't show. So then my wife was like, just give me a receipt. Can we get our receipt so we can leave? You know, and the clerk's attitude was still going on. She was still like doing stuff, like just insane stuff, talking that the camera didn't get. So I know like the camera angle was not great. So there's a lot that didn't show, but that's why my wife even said some foul language that she said. And it sucks because I posted this on a Facebook group today, and they thought my wife was completely wrong for using that foul language. And I can see, like, I was not, I will say, I'm you know, not to throw her on her bus, and me and her talked about it, I'm not completely happy about that. I knew as soon as that happened, it was going to blow things up. And it's I didn't know it was going to be blowing it up to this proportion. So we'll get to that. Obviously, I hadn't been back to the post office. I was trying to avoid them for a little bit, and went back Monday. I'm waiting in line for a little bit. I get about halfway up to the counter. You know, I'm halfway in line, and she sees me. she looks over. She just sees me, and she's like, "You have to go over if you go over to the side door or something like that, somebody will help you over there." I'm like, okay. Like, I go over there, and manager opens that door, and she just immediately tells me that I'm not allowed to be there. Pretty much, like, if you want, you know, for anybody that hasn't watched the video, please go watch it. It's on my Instagram. But
And
you know, yeah, Instagram and Facebook, yeah, because I do cross post it from Instagram to Facebook, and I will probably be putting some of this on YouTube here too, eventually. It's just Instagram, I think, gave me the best. It was my best source because I have more followers there. So I think that was just my best bet to put it on Instagram. That's where I had the most followers. But I don't know. It's just frustrating that she like immediately never even asked to hear my side of the story. Not one.
I mean, I think that if she might be afraid of your wife.
Yeah.
How she could be afraid of you though, when you were calm and I thought respectful, and your whole interaction with her, you never raised your voice. Like I said, she wouldn't even let you get a word in edgewise, hardly. So
not
the
at
fact
all.
that she's afraid when you're there makes no sense to me whatsoever.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, well, here's Chad back.
Chad back.
He's actually in the.
He's in a
There you go.
workspace. I thought respectful.
Oh. There we go. But yeah, I try. I mean, that's the thing. I'm not a person that wants to deal with confrontation like that, or I'm not. I mean, I honestly, I'll be honest. Like, I had a lot of anger issues like years ago, and I've kind of tried to down that, and control that a lot more, and over the years, and to the point where that's why I react the way I do now, because I don't want things like that to happen. I don't want to have to deal with that. It shouldn't have to come to that. And I even told her in that first video, like, I'm like basically was trying to talk to her so I didn't have any future problems. Well, now she's made it a huge problem for me.
Right.
But
well, Sarah says in the comments that you did great and that you should do hostage negotiations.
there we go. Want to quit reselling? Do that. There we go. That's.
I agree though. You did. You remained calm and cool and.
Yeah, I mean, in some ways too. I think I was lucky that the police officer I had, although I don't think he was the most knowledgeable police officer that came out. Because like I kind of skipped that. So after they were telling me to leave, I didn't leave. I told them to call the police. I said, go ahead. I'll wait for them. But anyway, yeah, that officer, when he came out there, he was actually really cool. I think and I think because he wanted to make sure he had the correct information. So there was a good time in between cuts of the video that he was outside actually in his vehicle trying to do the research or correct research to figure out if I'm allowed to be there, if I'm allowed. Well, he knew that I was allowed to record, but he wanted to make sure, like, with the trespass, like, if like what does that require? And he's seen that I would need an actual notice from the postmaster or somebody above the postmaster. So that was I feel very lucky that he did do that research, because I'm not going to say, some officers may have not taken that time. They were like, just get out of here. They might not have been as nice. But I think because I was
let's step outside and talk about it.
Yeah.
Did he talk to the manager that was working there at all?
He did. I tried to capture that video, and but it's because they were like a little further away. It really sounded muffled. But really, I think all she did was really reiterate that the clerk didn't feel safe, and they just don't want me here. Like, like that's then. But still, none of my story ever got shared. I never even. I mean, I shared it to the police officer, but I was never able to even share it to the manager. And here's a spoiler alert. On a breaking news right here, I did go back yesterday after being told that I had to leave on Monday. I did go back yesterday, and I was also told to leave again. So that's not a surprise. I went in there with only one package. They were instantly telling me it was a different manager this time, but she also told me that I was told that I had to start going to a different post office, and that's not entirely true, because they just said, like, they pretty much, I mean, they said I had to go to a different post office, but even a police officer, he said I'm not officially trespassed, so I can technically keep going back there. Like me and him talked, even outside after recording, I was going over things with him, and I'm completely fine to go back. I could probably go back there today until the employee tells me to leave. But I'm not going to deal with that. I'm trying to go past that. I've been trying to go past that. I had a report in, what was it? After that incident of the first day where that whole incident started, I put in a report, and then just for 2 days later for it to be closed. That's really frustrating.
Was that even? Yeah.
So then Monday, after all that, I had to basically have it reopened, and I still have not heard anything. And to the point, I can't even figure out the information of I can't even figure out names of anybody, who to contact. Postmaster. I mean, USPS, even their customer service, I've dealt with.
Not good. Yeah.
Yeah, I've dealt with, like, when they've tried to transfer me over to Inspector General, it got disconnected, and then I had the number. So right after that, I called the district office. They didn't answer. I called Consumer Affairs. It kept ringing, and finally gets through like the voicemail box, and it says this voicemail box is full. So that was
must be getting a lot of complaints.
Yeah. So then I called back again today even, and well, actually I called the Inspector General again this morning before I called the customer service. And Inspector General, like, there's on the recording, it actually says that if I have a case number, they cannot give me any details of what's going on in the case. So I'm like, well, that's helpful. Like, you know, so then that's kind of ridiculous. You know, nobody's even talking to me, so they're not even working on the case technically.
But you have a case number?
Yeah, I do.
You do.
And then, but I was so frustrated with that response, so then I called the USPS customer service again, and they oh no, actually I should say I called Consumer Affairs again, and their voicemail box was still full. Then I called the customer service, and she was able to open another case even through Consumer Affairs. But so technically I have 2 cases open now. I don't know how helpful it's whoever gets to it first. I'm just hoping somebody will get to it.
The post office has a postmaster.
Mm-hmm.
Have you asked to speak to the postmaster?
I've asked for that information and nobody will give it to me.
Really?
Isn't that listed online?
Oh no, it's not. I've gone through multiple people have tried to help me, even through like social media. They told me where to go, and I was already there trying to look for it. It's not there. If you look, like, I'm telling you, it's not there.
But that's who would have to file the trespass.
Yeah,
whatever.
But exactly, and it's like the Dundalk. Well, I just said the location now, but you know, my local office doesn't even exist on there.
Oh, weird.
It's weird. And
could you make them call the cops every time you go in there?
I could, but I don't think that's going to make me look good, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to waste the police officer, like, their time. They got way better and more important things to be doing.
If you
but you're not a threat.
Right.
You're just standing there. You're not a threat. You're not raising your voice or anything. So their whole case is kind of like based on a past incident that really. When I was going to tell you this, when I watched the 3 videos, but I did not watch the original video the first at first. I was going to say, if it was me and I wanted to go to this post office every week, I'd walk in with waving a white flag, carrying a dozen roses, and a box of chocolates, and a $50 gift card to Chick-fil-A, and I would beg for mercy.
Wow. You're going to pay
No,
up.
I would just say that, I mean, I would go in and apologize if I came across wrong, even if you didn't come across wrong, be the bigger person, and like shower them to the point where this is my initial thought. Shower them like with kindness. And so, like, I mean, there's a Bible verse or something about shower somebody with kindness and you reap hot coals on their, like you make them feel so bad but then I went back and I listened to the initial conversation with the lady, and I'm like, she doesn't care she doesn't care about you one bit. She like, I knew somebody once that they would talk down to you and they would close their eyes, because if they had their eyes open and they were looking at you, they'd see your mouth open and know that you wanted to say something. Mm-hmm. So if you close your eyes when you're talking to somebody, only you get the word in. The other person doesn't get the talk.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I envisioned this lady talking to you with her eyes closed so that she wouldn't acknowledge that you were even talking. Like, it was her word and it was final. And no matter, you couldn't explain anything. And I don't even know if she would understand what you're saying. Like, because that's that's not her world.
Yeah.
She doesn't care about what platforms you sell on and how scan sheets are made.
Yeah. I mean,
she's just pushing her power.
So, did I tell you I had my clerk ask me for a scan sheet last week also?
Yeah, you mentioned it. How's that going?
No, it's fine. When I went back and I explained to her, and I looked into it because I didn't know if I could create a scan sheet of my own that had all the tracking numbers on them that they could use. And I thought if that was a possibility, that would be something that I could do to help them. But you can't. There is no mechanism for doing that. Mm-hmm. They have to be created by the platforms. Like eBay's platform makes it, Etsy's platform makes it, but most of the other platforms do not make a scan sheet. You can get one from Pirate Ship, or you can get one from Shippo or whatever if you're doing your labels from them. Mm-hmm. But when you're selling on multiple platforms like most of us are, you can't get one scan sheet. So, you have 13 packages, maybe 4 of them are eBay, maybe 4 of them are Etsy, and the rest of them are nothing. So you could create 2 scan sheets and give them, and then say, okay, well, these packages, then you got to keep track of those packages. Okay, these are this scan sheet. These are the scan sheet. I need these packages scanned individually.
Yep. Oh, and that's what I would have to do.
And that's ridiculous.
And like
it's a waste of everyone's time.
Look, nobody even knows this, but I used to do that. That's the thing. So the reason I don't have a scan form anymore is because I have a new printer. So, and I don't feel like spending $90 for toner for a regular printer right now either. It's $90 for toner is insane. It's just cheaper for me to keep doing this. But
you can buy generics, but whatever.
No, I don't know.
I got some generics I'll sell you.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
But either way, like, I would go in there and I would have to have my whole bag organized. I'm like, okay, this half is all eBay. That's on a scan form. Oh wait, and then sometimes I would literally put a check mark on the label so I know, okay, this one was scan form, this one wasn't. Like, so the ones without a check mark they weren't on scan forms or something like that. Like, that's how I would have to do it.
I was watching the Reseller Leftovers, and Mike said that you take in 10 packages with one scan sheet, right? And let's say they don't scan, they lose one of your packages. They can just say they never received it because there's no proof that they actually scanned that particular item at the post office.
Yeah,
right.
It's like that.
You have
like that with the scan forms and the kiosks. A lot of people don't understand that either. With those kiosks, and I've heard this, that the kiosks are great, I guess, if you don't want to stand in line or anything like that. But there's nothing protecting you because you can scan it and then just walk out right back out the door with it. You know what I mean? You're not handing it over to somebody. It's not going into anything where to prevent you from just walking out and then filing a claim, or something like that.
So my question to you is, my post office, I don't scan anything. They have counters where you can just leave packages and then they'll scan them at their convenience. Does this post office have that option?
Yeah.
Could you just leave them on a counter? What? You
Do
could?
you trust leaving your packages on a counter? I live in like
100
close to the city.
Yeah, you don't know where we
People
live,
want to come and
Chad.
they'll take your. I've seen.
Oh.
Listen, there's people that bust your car windows open. They'll steal your car. They'll rob you blind. You ever had a gun put in your mouth? Your face? I have. There ain't no way I'm putting my counter, my stuff on that counter. There is no way. You live in a nice little neighborhood. I mean, we live in
every post office I go to has one.
right?
So,
But
yeah.
I've lived in some bad places, and there's bad people from those bad places come in that neighborhood, and they'll take your stuff off the counter, and that's what they do. There is no.
But they do have a place.
No.
But they do have a place, right? That you could drop it off.
Yeah, it's the counter. You set them there, and they'll think about them later on. While 10 people are standing in front of your package, you just lay it on that counter.
Yeah.
I mean, they easily can just grab it and pull it off, and nobody cares. And they want to send him over to Hollandtown. They do something worse. As soon as you walk in the door, they got this big roll-around bin. They want you to throw your packages in a bin and walk out the door. There is no way.
I do that all the time, or I did before.
I do that. Yeah. I have one that there's a cart on the backside of a wall, and it's a double door and the top and bottom open. So they open up the top and you can just throw your packages in. I could leave with somebody's package if I wanted to.
Yeah.
But you're on video.
Maybe. Do anybody care about a video? I know people's got shot and they shot them in their head. They're right in front of 100 people. They don't care. They don't care about stealing a package. They don't. These
people don't care anymore.
Unite says, "Yep, I've had Marshall Stone right off the counter." That's what I'm talking about. That's what they do. These people don't.
Well, maybe not in Baltimore, but people care in my area. So come on up, Ray. There's lots of houses.
Yeah.
Might be.
Hey, right. Yeah. I mean, it's nice to be able to do that. But man, I tell you, we went to the one. He introduced me to this place called what's that? Farm Drug
Freedom
Pharmacy. So I went there yesterday to take my packages because we had like 40 packages to take, and I didn't want to go over that. And this lady behind this counter was so nice, and she was so respectful, and she handled your packages with care. And I'm like, I'm going to go 3 minutes extra out of my way to go to that place now because it's so.
It's more than 3 minutes.
No, really. Well, I mean, it could have been 5. I don't know. 5,
no, it takes 15 minutes to get there. With
really,
the
does it?
Yes.
Oh, I was in. Yeah, I didn't think about it.
At least.
But
it takes 15 minutes.
Well, you can be productive in that 15 minutes.
But guess what? My
you can be productive,
and they hold on to them real nice, and they treat me with respect because that's why a lot of people go to Chick-fil-A. You want to know why? Because their customer service is on point. And when your customer service is on point, I'll go 5, 10, 15 minutes out of my way to go something better.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
so Ray, do you drive past Jay's house or Jay, do you drive past Ray's house? Who would drive past whose house?
He would drive
this
past
post
my
office.
house.
Yeah.
All right. You guys work a deal.
That's right.
One day,
That's right.
you just drop your packages off at Jay and he takes them. And the next day you pick up his packages and you take them. There you go.
There you are.
That's true.
You know what? That sounds like a compromise. It
That does.
And I'm pretty sure
or build a good rapport with your postman. Figure out a way to find out approximately what time he might be there on different days. Tip him gift cards, and he'll love you. Or she. I don't know if it's your name.
Well, the thing is, at this post office, like the local office, they only have one person working a counter, and it's always her every single day. So, in some ways, and I understand if she's the only one up there all the time. Really, I mean, well, they did.
Does she take lunch?
Yeah, during.
You're talking about the meat.
They close during
the lady
lunch,
that.
Yeah, they closed during lunch.
So there's never a day she's not there. One day a week or anything like that.
If she isn't, I believe that's why the day before I had that whole issue that they when I went up there and it said no receipt, no stamps, no all that stuff. I had the whole list of stuff they couldn't do. I have a feeling because she wasn't there. I feel it's because nobody else there can do that job. Like they're not, even though so the one, because there was one woman in there, she's most of the time, she's the one I said that sits there and plays on her phone. So, but I'm like, why is she even there if she's just playing on her phone? And if she was training, shouldn't she be actively learning how to do these things instead of just sitting there? So, like, I don't think that's just all crazy to me. That if they're training, that doesn't make any sense either.
But
I would never go back again until this lady's gone.
Yeah.
Periodically, maybe check.
Yeah.
And I would just figure out a different way. I wouldn't go back because, I mean, even if you, I don't know how long you have to wait to get to the counter. Like I just walk into all mine. I never have to wait. But if you have to wait 10 minutes, it's not worth getting in line twice. If like, here's 7 packages, I'll get back in line and here's 7 more packages. That'd be kind of fun to do for a day though. Yeah. But if you had a whole bunch of packages, just keep to the point where she gets tired of it. Because technically you're following the rules then.
Well, I mean, it doesn't even matter. I was there with one yesterday.
Yeah.
And I went back yesterday.
Well, she ain't
and
never,
she kicked you.
She ain't never going to wait on you again.
Yeah.
She's not. She's gonna when she's not scared of you.
You're done.
Trust me, she's not scared of you. You're over.
No.
That's why I have to go over her. Like, and I'm trying, but I'm not having much success at any of that. So I don't know. I just want to speak to somebody from USPS besides the customer service, because I went through the whole story with them, and they're like, "Oh, it's a local issue. We can't help you." Like, what? What's the point of me even saying all this now?
Right. I mean, she's the only one. She's supposed to be moving in the back soon. But who knows?
You
how
let
long
me
that's
know.
Who knows? Well, who knows how long that's going to be? Is because you can't find anybody to train really up front, and then when you do, they're even worse, I think. But let me ask you a question. What was your first really interaction with her that went bad? Because this can't be the first time that was.
I don't know. I mean, because I've had like a lot of incidents.
You said you hadn't been going there for a while though.
Yeah, and I wasn't going there. I was trying to avoid there, so Jay knows that.
Yeah.
And I was happy as anything because, now it makes it. If I say this, because it makes it seem like I have issues with people who work at the post office or anything, but I had an issue with the contracted location that just closed, and me and Jay were going to for a while. And I stopped going there. I was having to go to the one I'm in trouble with now. I was having to go there, but the contract location, I was going there, and I would have just an IKEA bag full of packages, and one guy, he doesn't work the counter, but they would have a woman working the counter, and when they get a bunch of packages, they would move them from behind the counter because it's a very small area. They would move them to an area where USPS, when they come pick them up, that's where they would pick them up, like in like the back room or something. And he seen me walk in, and he was like mumbling to himself, like, "Oh, here we go again," or something like that, right? So I was in line, and he went, because he was stocking the fridge when I walked in.
Oops.
And he mumbled that. I got up into line, and he goes up there, and he's like looking behind the counter. I could see he's just irritated because he's got to take all these packages to the back. And I said something. I'm like, "Hey, you got a problem with me? Like, how many, like, I'm just trying to drop off packages." And he started the whole thing with me too. So then I didn't feel comfortable going there, and I stopped going there because that's not like a real post office. So I felt like I wasn't as protected if something like that happened. Now, I'm not sure if I'm protected anyway, because this post office I have issues with. The real post office doesn't matter. I feel like they're gonna mess with me either way. Like I'm just out of luck. I can't.
Yeah. Well, maybe don't lead with, "You got a problem with me?" No, I'm just kidding.
See, I spoke up there. But it was his whole demeanor too. Like I don't know. I said something there, and then it cost me, and I couldn't go there for a while. So the nice woman that was she worked on that side for a while before they just shut down. But when that guy left, got fired or something, she seen me at the flea market at Jay's stand and told me, she's like, oh, they fired him. You can come back now.
Hey, Ray, I just looked it up. It's 11 minutes away from my house. And you're right up the corner, right?
Yeah.
How long did it take you to get to the other post office? 6 minutes?
Wait, yeah, the one I'm having issue with, it's 5 minutes.
5 minutes? So that's 6 extra minutes.
Really?
Yep.
I'm telling you,
minutes.
because I grew up. I know, but I grew up down there. It doesn't. With all the lights that they have now, I think that time's a little off.
I think there's only once you get right off the expressway part, it's that light right there, and then I think there's only 2 lights to make it.
Jay, you haven't been down there during school hours yet. Wait until that happens, because you're
gonna have to work around
that.
that.
You have 2 schools you have to pass through.
Yeah, there's 2 schools. I would go before the school, or if you're gonna do your packages, wait and take them to the next morning or something.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that would. I'm thinking about that for myself. I'm not just saying that to you. I'm saying that to me.
Yeah. Also, that you might have some issues there, because that woman that helped you, she told me, because I went there the other day, and she told me, or no, she told my dad, he went there too, that the other young women that are the workers of the pharmacy and the post office, they bounce back and forth, but they quit. So she had other workers there and they quit. You tell
the one
like
I went yesterday, she was wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but,
I mean, I can't complain about that, dude. She was.
Oh yeah,
I just felt good.
She's great. I'm just saying,
good when I walked out.
If she's not there, then I don't know what they're going to do, because they don't have anybody.
Well, they have to get somebody because they have so they just have to find somebody. They have one lady, and she was training somebody else too. So, I mean, maybe they're doing other people, but I know that they treated me with respect. And I don't feel like you got to worry about your packages so much.
Yep.
I mean, I know where you're coming from with that. That's why I'm still thinking, like, they're going to have new people there. She's going to go away and, increase. I mean, I just had to go in there, and you always use the thing, like, I love that shirt. Where did you get that from? Or that hat? Or those shoes are wonderful. And then try to spark up the conversation and make them feel like, to get them to talk. And then you, like, when you're siding, every time you go in, you do something in that manner. Like, man, you look happy today.
I know.
They throw a party for you in the back. You know what I mean? Dude, you're going to make them smile.
Oh, man.
Butter them up.
Butter them up.
Yep. But all right. Dang, we're already like 30 minutes left. Less than 30 minutes left. Let's see. So let me get over here.
Hey, I never finished my story. Does everybody forget about that?
No, go ahead.
Your phone overheated.
Yeah, I know. So I don't know what happened, but it was not. It's T-Mobile, and I'm supposed to, they're supposed to be the best according to their own commercials, but they're not. So I was at an estate sale. I said I bought those 2 electronic items. One's right here. They're both right here, actually. I'm not gonna show them, but I paid full price, and then I saw a box of phonograph parts, needles, and I didn't know what else was in the box. Just a bunch of stuff. And I saw the brand Shure, S-H-U-R-E. It's a good brand. And I said, how much for the box? And they're like, $1. And I'm like, seriously? I said, it's worth a lot than that. And she's like, well, you paid full price for that box, and you paid full price for that box, so I'm just going to throw that in for $1 because it's 5 o'clock. This has been going on since 2. Other people have went through this whole room, and this is the stuff that's still left, and it's probably just going to get junked if no one buys it. So I bought the box of record player parts for $1. I got it home. I started going through it, and I told my wife, I said, there's some pretty good stuff in here. There's some really good stuff in here. I started listing on eBay, and I had 7 items listed, and I already had asking prices of $1,400 on the first 7 items.
Wow. Wow.
There's
For
a there's
For just that dollar box?
yep. There's at least $2,000 worth of product in this box.
Wow.
And I don't know what I mean. And everything had
Fantastic.
sell-through rates. I mean, it's not like there's 100 of them and no one's buying them. There's like 10 of them or 5 of them, and there's 5 sold in the last 90 days. So this stuff's gonna sell.
See, and that's the exact reason right there that I don't feel like I always have to be the first one at the estate sale. That was there at 5 o'clock after they'd already been had it the day before also. Is that right? So
Yeah.
I
No,
just
no,
feel
no.
like there's,
Yeah. First
I
day.
don't know,
It's only
There's
one
a-
day. It's only one day.
something to be found.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. That's a good find. Yeah.
It's a great.
It's because
find.
I
It's
had
amazing.
Yeah.
no idea. I was hoping $100 or $200 maybe, and then I started going through it. And I'm like, this is an extremely rare record needle by Shure. Like they got these V1s, V2s, V3s, V4s, V5s, and they had the boxes. They were complete with everything, and I'm like, oh my gosh, these are selling for lots of money. So
Good needles are
I have
expensive.
maybe
Yeah.
I have like half of them listed, and then there's a bunch of parts yet that I don't. I'll have to figure out how to find them. But I didn't know a lot about record player needles before, and I've been doing a lot of research on what are all the different parts, what am I looking for, and I can hook up like my multimeter to test the stylus. The stylus is a needle, and then there's like the cartridge, and you can test the cartridges to make sure that they work. So I've been testing them all with just touching them with a multimeter in a certain setting, and I'm like, yep, there it works.
Wow.
And I took pictures of what the settings were and everything and put it in the photos. And I'm like, this is crazy. I told my wife, I said, I just cannot believe how much money this box is producing. And I wouldn't,
awesome.
I mean, I would have bought it regardless, but if she'd have said $50, I might have tried to talk her down because I didn't know what it was worth. I didn't do any research. But because I bought the other 2 items for what they were asking, and they were still good deals. She just said $1, and I'm like, seriously, I'm going to pay you more than that. She's like, nope, $1. So I'm like, I want to know what sold in the first 3 hours.
Yeah, right.
There had to be some stuff. If I'd have known it was that good, and I had remembered to go, I totally forgot that I was supposed to go pick them up when we were doing the podcast. So then I got home and I had to make a quick trip there across town to get them. But I am glad I went.
That's good.
So,
Yeah, that's a good. I mean, you can find stuff like that every week. That'd be great. But
Yeah.
oh yeah. Yeah. Just
Jay, all you gotta do is
just
turn
part
around and pull a
time.
tub out.
yep, that's awesome.
I'm
yeah.
itching. I'm itching to get out there and source again. I think we both.
it makes
are.
it worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm selling a lot of sci-fi books. Battlestar Galactica. That's what this is. What's this one over here? Some author named David Bentuck. I don't know. He writes sci-fi, like an Orson Scott Card type of an author. Is this the one I want? Battlestar Galacticas. I just wrap them up in paper so I don't lose track of them. Is this the one? This one sold for $70 for these books.
Nice.
Wow.
These only sold for sold for 20, but this guy has a really slow sell-through rate. These books individually will sell for like $4 free shipping.
Oh, but you
Oh,
put
wow.
them together.
I
Yeah,
put them
a
all.
lot.
I put the 7 of them together, and I'm making $20 plus shipping.
Yeah.
So, I just didn't want to throw those away because I thought, well, maybe they'll sell, and they sold like within a week.
That's good.
Battlestar Galactica, I can't really show them because it's too much glare.
Is
You've
Ray
been having
working?
some really good finds lately. You just getting lucky.
Yeah, I'm
or
trying to look at these
planning
vintage
it out.
glasses that I got. That's from that free sale. I don't know.
Are they prescription?
Yeah, they looked
Yeah.
like they were.
Yeah.
You have to sell them as frames,
Frames only.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm like, I
and then
wonder-
just throw the lenses in for free.
Okay, like
Yeah, these are it.
it says, I can't find a brand. I see a model number or something on this side, but then
Just sell them for the style.
It says like NW, and I can't make out what's next, and then it says gold.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So but I don't know. Like, is it actually?
The old timey glasses were made with gold. Those look newer that I wouldn't have expected it.
I don't know. It says gold, but I don't know.
Huh.
I don't know.
Get your
that could
loop
be
out.
referring to the color, right? Like,
I mean, a lot of times they could be marked gold.
what? I mean, I don't know what the NW.
It's just golden color. Just golden color, right?
It could
They don't
be,
say-
yeah.
It has to say like 18K, 10K, or whatever. I don't know. That's math.
It has a
Right.
number, but I'm having difficulty reading it. I think it's like NW something, then maybe 30. I don't know. Can't figure it
So
out.
I just sold a pipe. I sold a smoker's pipe. This is going out today. This one sold for $35 plus shipping. And I'm trying to wait for this window to load. I bought a waterproof, like a little hard shell Pelican kind of a case for $3. And it had 4 pipes in it, 4 smoking pipes in it. Or 5.
And that was one
5.
of them?
Yeah, why is my browser locked up? This was one of them, but I wanted to bring up the prices of the other 5 that I sold, and I can't. Oh my gosh. Why do I have internet problems when I don't need them?
We never need them.
Well, I'm in my warehouse, so it's kind of iffy at times, but I'm using all my bandwidth for this. Here we go. My computer's old. I don't need state-of-the-art computers to run this business until today. So I'm gonna look up pipe here. One sold for $45, one sold for $34, one sold for $33, and one sold for $27, and this one sold for 30. What did I say? 35. All that from a $3 Pelican, little Pelican case. Pelicans are like hard shell cases that are waterproof. So 5 pipes and the case sold for $40, I think. So whatever 28 plus 34 plus 34 plus 46 plus 35 is, a couple, almost $200 off that $3 purchase.
That's what we like.
And that yard sale, I spent like $50, and I got $500 to $600 worth of stuff that day. Like, I didn't care if I didn't find anything else the rest of the day. I was my happy tank was full at that point.
That's cool though. All right.
Oh, you
So-
want to look up smoking pipes, or do you have a bolo to look up?
Well, I
looking
was
at bolos?
going to ask the chat. We were supposed to ask the chat what our
Oh,
bolo of the
okay.
week is going to be.
Sure.
And,
Well, look up pipes while you're waiting. Smoking pipes.
Oh yeah.
anybody in the chat, give us a bolo that we should look up this week.
This is 3.
And I'm
There was a go ahead.
I'm gonna skip the duck race this week. One thing is I don't know what's going on with the stickers. I think USPS is holding them hostage right now. I have no idea.
Probably the Baltimore post office. They
Tracking
know.
it,
They know.
And then because of everything going on, I didn't have any time or effort to really do any segment and put together any segments. So we're just gonna skip the duck race this week. We'll resume it next week. But all right. So what am I looking up, Chad? You said smoking pipe.
Just for fun, I'm curious, like, what the brands are to be on the look. I mean, does anyone ever come across a smoking pipe at a yard sale or an estate sale or a flea market?
This might get a banned or
Really? They're not banned from eBay, so.
yeah, but on YouTube, I don't know. Would it? Maybe, I don't know. All right, let me see. Keep an eye on the chat. Whoever, if anybody comes up with the
Spam
bolo.
says, so far all is better. I'm caught up in that. Spam has a similar, I don't know if you can read those. Similar UPS experience minus the cops being called and kicked out, but it caused me a lot of anxiety going there. Now I make small talk and will get back in line when I have 7+ boxes.
Yeah, I might have to.
So,
I mean, geez, well, it's too late to do that. I can't get back in line if they won't even let me in the door.
yeah,
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
you burn your bridge is burned.
Yep. All right.
Mall Madness. Sarah sells small. Says
Yeah.
Mall Madness. Is that a video game? PC
Yeah,
games?
it's a board game. Yeah, I'll do that,
Oh.
Sarah. We'll look up Mall Madness. All right. That'll be the
Oh,
bullet.
and Sarah. Okay. Sarah also said Black Forest pipes that are carved can be good money.
Black Forest stuff in general, I think, is pretty good.
All right. So here we go. Here's
I've been to the Black Forest in Germany.
smoking pipe.
This is another good.
S. Bang pipe. Handmade in Denmark. Grade 8. What do you mean by grade?
Yeah. They grade them like cards? I don't know.
But that's pretty good. I mean, I would love to have that. Levon Irk. That's brand new though.
Yeah.
Wow, that's asking prices.
No, this is sold.
These are sold.
And they
Oh,
got
it is?
bids.
Oh,
They got bids too.
it's not in green anymore.
Yeah,
I
they
usually
changed
it
it.
used to be
And
in
it
green.
says
Green's
sold
up at
up
the
top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Wow.
Maybe they didn't like that it showed it in green. I don't know that. I don't know.
It's annoying.
Dang, that's a lot.
I mean, my
bids.
pipe sold fast, so maybe I sold them too cheap, but
Yeah, you might have. I don't
Especially
even
if
know.
we see one of those names that he.
Michael Butera.
what?
I mean, this is just
There's
estate.
$660 for like how many of them? 12-ish?
Yeah. Wow.
About.
9. I mean, that was 9 bids.
Yeah.
You know, people want this stuff. I mean, it's a lot. These have a lot of bids. It's not just like, okay, here's 5 bids.
Yeah, 26 bids on that one.
Right.
You know, 33. Well, in the
33
one
bids.
had,
Whoa.
this one had 62.
Wow. Dunhill.
Maybe I should have put them all together and sold them as a lot.
You might have been better off selling. I don't know, taking a better look at them individually. I don't know.
Too late now. They're gone, except for this one. I priced each one individually, and I asked
Dunhill.
fair market value.
All right. We're going. My search history is going to look really weird. I'm going from smoking pipe to Mall Madness. All right. Mall Madness. Let's see. What? $400. Wait. There we go. Wow. New inbox.
I sold a
There you go,
phone.
Sarah.
These are going. I'm gonna keep 2 conversations going at once here. These are going on my NOLO list, unless they're red or special
The
colors.
colored ones, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, $12 for this one. Doesn't have a cord.
Jeez, Mall Madness.
Queen of the NOLOs. Oh man, this. What?
Man.
Yeah, they're pretty consistent. I feel like.
So that's
Where
important.
did you-
Yeah.
Wait, somebody paid
How did this come up?
$174 for delivery for shipping.
Oh, what the heck?
I hope they asked for some money back. So what they
$70
pay total?
shipping, $53 shipping. Look at the shipping prices on all this.
I know. That is crazy. How
I
did
don't know
they?
why there's so much.
Who is
$70,
asking $174 for shipping?
$83.
How do you even come up with that amount of money? $174 for shipping. Do they think that they're not paying fees on the shipping, so they're going to ask?
What the?
They're gonna
Look at this
collect-
one. Look at this shipping. $197.
$197
But then they sold it for
for
$25.
$25. Half off, even.
That had to be
Yeah,
that.
see-
My guess is that had to be like would it show the full shipping price without like any deductions? So somebody just bought everything together and You know what I mean? Like they just added stuff to their cart, didn't get a shipping
I
discount.
don't know. I've always wondered if that's the actual shipping that the buyer paid, or if that would have been the shipping if it was coming to you based
Yeah.
on your location.
True.
I think that's what they
it could
paid.
be like
That's
a
what they
global
paid.
too.
That's not what you paid to ship it.
There's no way.
So that
There's
one-
no way somebody bought this for $25 and paid $197 for shipping. There's no way.
Well, they're looking at the overall cost. It's basically 223 total, all in. That's what they're selling for, roughly. But I don't see what the person's doing. They think that somehow they're beating the system, but they're not.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's only worth so much shipped.
Maybe
This is
they're a newer
crazy.
seller. They don't know.
Well, what's their feedback?
Wow.
502 feedback. 99.1. Apparently, everyone's happy with the shipping prices.
That is crazy though. Like,
I've never seen this game before.
is there any parts?
Oh, man.
I wonder how much. I just want to look at the parts real quick. Because
Just parts
This is what
itself.
I'm going back in the.
most of the time I find them incomplete, like games incomplete. So
Right.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm going back in the time machine to 1989, and I'm buying this game, and I'm filling up the time machine with this game, sealed.
yeah.
Is there
you
a
go.
sealed one that's sold?
Yeah. You missed that on the
Oh, well, is that the
this
first
one right
one?
here. 1996 though.
Oh,
This
it's
is the highest sold
1989,
copy.
The others were 80s, weren't they?
Yeah.
89. Yeah.
So you want a 96 sealed.
So
That's
go back
crazy.
to 96.
No, I want an 89 sealed, don't I?
No.
There's no 89.
No.
There's no 89 sealed that's sold.
All right. Now you're gonna make me. Hold on. Let me see.
What?
I might have to go to the research. Give me a sec.
I want to know if my results are the same as your results.
All right. Product research, Mall Madness. Because I mean, I don't usually do I just try to do what's hot. I guess like the last 90 days.
There's 23 brand new.
Okay.
Okay. It's sold for $319, the 1989, still sealed, $319 plus $65 shipping.
Here we go. Okay.
April. They haven't sold since April. A brand new one. 170. Yeah.
600.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. There's your 1989. Hasn't sold a new one since 2024, maybe for that price, for a crazy price.
No, I got
Pulled one up
No,
that sold in
April.
June. I've got one that sold in June.
Okay.
Brand new
And how much
sealed,
was that?
1989, $350.
Okay. That's probably.
that's not on my results. I'm on product research, and that doesn't show up for me.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's weird.
That we're not getting the same results. So you can't even trust eBay's research half the time.
I just typed
Ridiculous.
in Mall Madness game 1989, and then I filtered it to new.
What makes this game so valuable? That's what I want to know. Because it was like an electronic. board
Well,
game
why
or-
don't you look it up on it?
It's
ChatGPT.
nostalgia, Ray. It's nostalgia.
I know that, but like,
No, I bet an influencer talked about it. All right. I got a question. If you saw this mouse at a yard sale for $1, would you buy it?
Yep.
hold on.
It's one of those. It's a 3M ergonomic mouse. I paid $1 for it at a yard sale. What do you think that thing's worth?
Looks like a joystick.
It looks like a joystick.
$50.
Higher.
Really?
What?
75.
Higher.
200.
100.
Oh. $89. I sold it for $90, $89.99
Wow.
plus shipping. $90 for this thing. I paid $1 for it at a yard sale
Take it all day.
2 weeks ago. Sold fast. I almost just overlooked it because it looked kind of cheap. And I'm like, I think I'm going to look this up, and because it's electronics and computer, and that's usually, what I buy. And sure enough, I'm glad I stopped. And this was probably 10 o'clock in the morning, so it sat there for at least 3 hours.
Wow.
I always wonder what things I overlook and leave behind. There is stuff.
Yeah.
Because you can't know it all, can't find it all. I guess it's probably better that I don't know
Yeah.
how much money I've left behind.
Uh-huh. Sold 2 more BattleTech books. These are all my vacation sales. I had really bad. This one. Yeah. These 2 books sold for $13. Oh man. What else? Sold a digital camera, 14 megapixel Samsung, only $25.
Wow.
Some of them sell for, a lot more than that, obviously. Not this one. What is it?
Looks like Ray and Jay are
What
both
everybody sell today?
back to working.
Yeah. What did you sell sell anything today? You said you had a sale during the show.
Oh yeah, it was what's all this? A Final Fantasy anthology.
Okay.
And I also sold this.
This is the camera that sold for $25.
Sold this one of my other stores. I was just finding a box for it. It's a Resident Evil Requiem controller holder. It's a sign in the game, and you set your controller on.
Okay.
Yeah. That was cool.
I've only sold one thing today.
Yeah, I
Coffee
gotta look
pot.
see mine.
Mm.
One thing today,
Well-
one thing yesterday, 2 things the day before, 2 things the day before, 3 things the day before. Yeah. My store was on vacation, but I was accepting payments or accepting sales while I was gone.
Yeah.
When you put your store on vacation, do you also do a message letting people know, or do you just they should see a notification when they see your item that says the seller's away and nothing, it does it automatically, but you send a message too?
I've never
Or-
put my store on sale. I mean, the store.
Well, you never go on vacation.
Yeah.
Dang, Jay. Everybody needs to take a break now and then.
I know. I don't
Why
do
don't,
it.
why don't you come to Kansas for a vacation?
Yeah, that'd be nice,
I got a guest room.
Yeah, yeah. I was hoping so. You probably 9,000 square foot building.
Well,
Yeah,
the guest room's not that big.
Great.
Sorry.
I mean, you know what? I wish. Man, that's nice. I wish I could have something like that, but man, it would cost me $2 million here.
I'm
Right.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Small town, middle of Kansas. It's a little cheaper.
Yeah. I mean, still 9,000.
Okay, it's a
square
lot cheaper.
feet. Yeah.
Yeah, I hope when it's time for us to move that we don't have 9,000 square feet full of stuff.
Yeah, you're. Please, right? I also sold some underwear.
Oh, nice.
A 3-pack.
Hopefully they were new.
They are new.
Hope they weren't used. Yeah. Right.
I sold another video.
You can't sell used.
Midnight Club, and then I sold a Disney Stitch and Angel nesting doll, little Christmas nesting doll.
Oh, I've been selling a few Christmas things this week too.
I've sold some Halloween stuff lately too. I've been starting posting Halloween.
Good idea. I don't think I have any Halloween stuff.
Yes, it's been not too bad. Hasn't been the real expensive stuff. It was new stuff that we wound up getting last year. So yesterday we did a lot of blow, the ones you put in your yard, and you
Blow
hook
molds?
the air. No, the one where you put the air to it and they blow up.
Oh,
Inflatable.
inflatables. Yeah.
And then we came across a buyout. We had some, what's it, Godzilla blow up costume that, for
Yes.
kids. They're like $90 a piece.
I
And I
think I've
couldn't
seen those.
believe it.
They're
Yeah,
hilarious.
they're cool. But yeah, it's about time. By the time, you figure next month, going in September,
Oh,
people are gonna be
absolutely.
buying stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, people are, yeah, it's fall time. Need to start putting fall stuff,
that's right.
Halloween stuff.
I mean, a lot of times I don't get a chance to, get it ahead of time. But this year I am.
You break it, you buy it, Chad.
Yeah, Lori, you're the crazy lamp lady too. Would you buy these? They hang attached to the wall.
I might. It's newer than what I
They're
usually buy, but it's got a pretty good.
newer.
It's newer than what
Oh,
I
these,
usually buy.
That don't look.
What's
That don't look old.
it was removed from a house they said it was there since the 1970s in the house.
70s? Really?
Did they lie to me?
I would
It says
think that
made in
would be,
India.
I would think that would be
Are they all
more
made
like
in India?
2000, but
I mean,
I don't
what
know.
do I know?
Huh. Looks kind of rusty.
is it just the one?
No, I got two. I got a pair.
Okay, I'm say definitely it would be better if you had a pair of them. So,
Yeah, I bought 3 different pairs of these. They were $5 each.
oh, that's
I
a
took
good
a
deal.
chance.
Yeah.
I took a chance. It might not be a great deal.
No, I think you'll do okay.
Okay. They're just sitting in a box. I just saw
What
them.
happened to Ray? Did he abandon us?
Yeah, he done put his thing on.
Ray? Cop showed up.
We can't end the podcast without him. The cops showed up.
Man, this stereo kicks butt. This is a Marantz surround receiver. I buy too much stereos.
That's okay.
I have one of these days. I want to take a day off just to do nothing but list and test stereos.
We need to do that. We've got a few electronics.
Yeah,
I miss being full time.
I haven't tested an electronic in I don't know how long. A long time.
Yeah. There's big money in them.
Yeah.
Everything.
There's also
I
big
sold this bike.
returns too.
Yeah. I have this bike seat. My neighbor had a bike sitting out on the curb. It looked like some car had run over the back. So they just put it out, but the trash won't take it because it's not in the trash can. And I drove by and I'm like, I'm just going to take the seat off that bike. So I thought maybe it would fit my bike, but it didn't. And so I'm like, I just put it up on eBay for $15 and it sold in like 2 days.
Is that a Mongoose seat?
It's a it's a Mongoose.
Okay.
But it's a chart brand Mongoose.
Yeah.
It's not a high end. But it was like $15 laying on the side of the road.
All right.
The
Yeah,
bike
I'm
is
with
still
you on
sitting
that.
there. I could probably pull some parts off it.
I'll take anything that's laying on the side of the road.
Not me. It's got to be worth my time. I took the seat because I wanted it for my kid's bike actually, but then it didn't fit. The post was the wrong size. I'm like, I don't want to mess with it. It doesn't look that comfortable. So I found another seat at a yard sale for $1.
Oh, Ray
Ooh,
decided
man.
to come back.
There he
Not
is.
good.
Was that the police?
Not good. Sorry, I know
What?
we're 3 minutes
that
over,
the-
but it's not good.
Uh-oh, what happened?
The office called. And
Okay. They're pressing charges.
You're hearing it live.
oh, it's bad. I mean, it was to the point like this. They didn't like. They thought I was being disrespectful going in there with the camera, like recording everything. They said, "How would you like
Okay.
it?" and that kind of stuff. The woman I spoke to said that I had that she didn't even hear any like disruption or anything. So she admitted she didn't hear any disruption. I wish I would have just left it on. We could have listened to the whole thing. I should have. But basically she said something about she heard my wife yelling And the fact that the clerk still did her job and everything like that, like she's still signed with the clerk. Still didn't fully even listen to me. She wouldn't even really let me talk too much either. But she was saying I was being disrespectful. I'm like, well, isn't it disrespectful to receive customer service like that? You know, and she's like, she just hung up on me. She's like, have a good day.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Oh,
How
man.
did you send them the video?
Great customer service.
Huh?
Did you send them the video?
No, I never sent it to him.
Well, how do they know?
Because yesterday when I went back, I knew the manager yesterday had said something about me recording. So she's like, "Oh, you're recording. You're not allowed to do that." I'm like, "Yes, I am." The officer even said that the other day I'm allowed to. And she's like, "Well, you can't without my consent or whatever." I'm like,
"Oh,
it doesn't matter." Now, so she said even. Sorry, I'm like trying to collect my thoughts because my brain is, and I'm sorry we're going a little over. But she said something that they have the right to deny me, or whatever, and they don't. I'm trying to think something that she said about the service and all. I'm like, that they don't have to provide that service to me. They don't have to do anything for me, pretty much. Like,
wow, really?
Yeah.
I wouldn't think that with a government.
They can require a scan sheet.
Yeah.
Yeah. She didn't say anything like that.
Can they require a scan sheet?
She never said there was any rule or anything. She barely let me talk. And she said the clerk up there, like, it sounded like she wanted to come to like some kind of resolution, and it just went south. The more I tried to explain, like because it's the whole thing is that I'm in the wrong still.
Well, looks like you're going to have to hire Jay to deliver your packages for you.
Yeah.
Work out it. Yeah, each one of you goes one day. You just take turns. I know that's not really the best solution, but
I just have to go somewhere else. I can't. So.
Yeah, that's not cool.
It's wild. But all right. Yeah, I know we're 7 minutes. I'm sorry I left because I had to take that call. I should have definitely taken.
Do you think they were going to apologize?
No. He wanted to come to a resolution or something to sound like, but it was still all me. Like, it was, I came in there swinging, basically. Is like, I came in there asking for trouble is what they made it sound like. You
were kind of anticipating something, though.
Well, on Monday,
right?
But I think she even means like when I went in there with the scan form. Yeah, so and I was anticipating some kind of confrontation, I guess, with it because I was told that there's this rule about scan forms. So the following time it puts me on edge a little bit, but I still stay. It doesn't matter. I stayed calm. You know, I'm getting to the point I'm not going to be calm anymore, and people aren't going to like that.
Woo!
Then we are going to
new Ray.
You out of jail.
Oh man, yeah.
The new Ray. I like this new Ray. He's feisty.
I don't. Oh, my heart's like beating out of my chest.
Man,
right. Yeah, that sucks.
I'm stressed.
I hate confrontation. I hate it.
I don't like confrontation either.
Yeah.
But I do have to get out of here. I have an appointment in Topeka.
Yeah.
So.
No, I get it. See you, Lori.
Bye.
Bye, Lori.
All right. Well, and I'll just
Ciao.
Actually, yeah, I'll just sign this all out.
All right.
Quick. Well, I appreciate everybody.
See you next week, everybody. We got Primo Chemo.
Yes. Primo Chemo.
At some point.
Yeah.
Thank you all for joining us through this drama that I'm dealing with. I guess you can follow me on Instagram to find out more, see more.
Yeah.
My feud.
Sarah says go above her. Go above her.
I'm trying. I can't. I think the only reason they finally
It's
reached
hard.
out to me. Huh?
It's hard to.
Yeah.
They don't let you talk to nobody. You can't.
Well, even like I
Yeah.
said, I couldn't even find the postmaster information. So
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see. Yep. But all right.